Order from the Pierce brothers. Today I'm doing another third video of follow-up for the Howa Mini Action XL Light 223. Changed powders again, so I'm using CFE 223 this time. Same bullets, 50 grain nozzle ballistic tip, 53 grain Hornady V Max, and 60 grain Sierra tip match king. So let's go ahead and chronograph them and see what kind of velocities we're getting, and then we'll put them on paper. So all right, here we go. So 50 grain nozzle ballistic tip up first. Here we go. 31.52. Sorry, I'm trying to write this down. 30.60. 30.82. 30.11. I just kind of think this gun does not like velocity for whatever reason. So far in all my development, I haven't been able to get it to go very fast. All right, switching gears, here we go. Onto the 53 grain V Max. 31.09. My fingers are not working very well. It is freaking cold out here. 31.13. 30.96. So far I like that bullet the best for extreme spreads. 30.86. Now we'll do the 60 grain Sierra tipped match king. 29.80. 29.28. 29.55. and 29.61. All right, so now we'll go ahead and switch over and we'll go shoot from the onto paper and show what it's capable of with accuracy. All right, it's cold out here. Like, my fingers are about froze. Anyways, we won't have to wait very long in between groups to let the barrel cool, but let's go ahead and start with the 50 grain ballistic tip and then move into the 53 and then the 60 grainers. So shoot 5 apiece. All right, let that cool a second and then we'll go to the 53. All right, here we go. 53 grain V Max, here we go. All right, there's 5. Now the 60 grain Sierra. We'll let it cool off a second though. All right, here we go. Does my hair look good? You know, gotta have these long flowing locks. All right. Okay, well, we just got done shooting our groups. Let's assess them for a minute. Here's the 50 grain ballistic tip. Definitely did not do very well. I haven't gotten out wanting this gun to shoot very well yet. This is the 53 grain VMAX. There's 2 shots there, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This was the first round, but I wouldn't even call it a flyer, you know. So, you know, what is that? About an inch, you'd say, Joe?
Inch and a quarter.
Yeah, inch and a quarter. I mean, obviously you take, anyways. This is where I actually start saying, okay, I think this was the first round, so it had to foul out the barrel, so to speak. So I don't like to count first rounds typically. Okay, so take away that round, you got 4, 3 cloverleaf, 1 a little outside. I would say that I'm going to stick with that 60 grain with CFE. I need to figure out if I can push it a little faster. That was actually a max charge of CFE. I might switch over to maybe Varget with that or something similar to that. CFE traditionally for me is always shot really fast, good velocities. This gun, for whatever reason, it does not have velocity in its favor from the standpoint of max charges, and you just don't get the best velocity. But maybe as the barrel breaks in and wears in, I might pick up more and more velocity as time goes on. We'll have to just wait and see, and I'll have to shoot a few hundred rounds through it. But you know, this gun, it does have a 1 in 8 twist barrel, so I was really pushing it to see if I could get the 50 grain ballistic tip to really fully stabilize. And from last video and this video and 2 different powders and changing seating depths, I did a little outside of these videos on it. It's just not working. So I think I'm going to stick with this 60 grain Sierra and play around with it a little bit more, see if I can't get it a little more fine-tuned on velocity and stabilization, get the correct seating depth for that bullet, get it seated about 5 thousandths off the lands of the rifling. So yeah, there you have it. This is how you do load development. It sucks because you waste, you know, when I shoot 4 rounds cross chronograph, so there's 12, and then 15 rounds there, and that's all, you know, BR4 CCI bench rest primers. What are they? The BR2s? BR4s, sorry. The 2s are the large rifle, the 4s are the small rifle. Anyways, they're expensive. CFE powder is expensive. Bullets are expensive. So anyways, it's just part of the nature of doing load development. It's trial and error until you get the right load that works in your particular rifle. Hope it will help someone out there that's looking at buying one of these, or even just in their own load development. Maybe they see a load, and maybe this load in yours, because you have a 1 in 12 or a 1 in 9 twist, will work just fine. You never know until you try it. So definitely tune in to us all the time. We're always coming up with new ideas, new things that we're trying, and we definitely look forward to seeing you next time. And I'm going to go ahead and get out of the cold now. It's cold out here. Tune in next time.